There is some truth to that, but what's happened is that Claiborne, who is from South Carolina, the congressman, is coming out today in favor of Obama. You know, he's one of the most powerful blacks in the House, and he will provide that sort of liaison and cover for those people who went with her. The other thing there have been talks about is taking care of her debt. The other thing is that Clinton's advance people have been given notice to all leave the states they're in and either go home or come to the headquarters, which is always a sign of a campaign wrapping up. Now, there is one other thing that I've got to tell you about, which worries me a little bit, and that is because I always hear rumors. I hear thousands of them in the course of a presidential campaign, but this one I have heard from enough sources that worries me. I won't get into details of what it is, except to say that there is some thought that there might be a very big shoe dropping on Michelle Obama tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
And that, yeah, I can't tell you what it is because I don't want to perpetuate the rumors. But I will tell you this. It is whoever is promoting this thing is doing it in enough ways, in a very smart way, that it gets to me in ways that make me get worried about it.
Okay.
Normally, I don't worry about these things.
But are you suggesting in that case that Hillary Clinton is sticking around to see what that shoe drop will be?
No, because I think from my understanding, it's coming from the Republicans, and they wanted to wait till he wrapped up the nomination. Of course, the stupidity of that is, if there's anything to it, is that if there was something big like that, they could always turn to her to take the nomination. So that's not an issue, which leads me to my other point. The talk about her suspending her campaign, she doesn't need to suspend her campaign. If something happens to Barack Obama, she can get the nomination anyway. But that is to say, if some rumor comes out and there's a real problem. But more than that, the threshold question for her and Bill Clinton today is, do you want to run for vice president? To do so means you have to force yourself on the ballot. She's got a lot of delegates. She could do it. Barack Obama does not want her on the ballot with him, and I'm sure that he's talked to her about that. So that's really the last remaining question. I think what's going to happen is she will embrace him this week and get about the business of healing the party, because if she doesn't, and she's seen to be damaging him, and he loses, she will not be the first in line in 2012.
Right. But Bob, back to Michelle Obama just for 1 second. Is it your understanding that this is bigger than, say, a college thesis paper?
Significantly.
All right. Let's just call you Bombshell Bob Beckel. Bob's going to be back in about 2 hours with more.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Work on your sources. See if you can tell us anything else.
Wake them up right now.
All right, Bob
if I'm
Beckel.
a Republican, I might tell you, but I don't want to do it to my own kind. You know?
Bob, I understand. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Meanwhile...